Welcome to the Sexy Freedom Media Podcast, a place to discuss pain, passion, and pursuits.
Let's get it. I want to feel alive.
Breathe.
Make some moves.
Protect the throne. This is Sexy Freedom Media Podcast.
Welcome to Sexy Freedom Media Podcast. I'm your host, Liddell, and
Helen Edwards. What's up, everybody?
woo! And today we're talking about our favorite Halloween movies.
Okay, so actually, that's so funny that you look like a person with a big, huge pet snake.
Well, hold on. Yeah, I feel like if I wear it, you can't hear me.
I can't. You should just leave it to the side. It looks cool. You look like you have a super tiny head, like a little Beetlejuice, sort of.
Okay.
You're cracking me up. All right, everybody, thank you for tuning in today. We're doing a special. This is a Halloween special that we wanted to get out, which is hilarious because January threw on her dinosaur costume and it's so big that she's trying to fit it in the screen and it looks hilarious.
Yeah, we were recording.
This is awesome.
All
So
right,
I actually have, hold on. This is such a blooper episode already. Okay, so I actually have a dinosaur costume that I purchased for the weekend that my sisters got here for my surprise engagement weekend party. And for some reason, the dinosaur costume fits so small. And I kept thinking, oh, I guess this is how it's supposed to fit. And then my sister looks at the tag and she says, well, that's a kid's size. I was trying to make a kid's size dinosaur outfit fit. And, my sister says to me, don't you ever read the labels when you order something? This is not your first time that this has happened.
Oh, no, it's just, you know why? I know why, because you and I are both action oriented. And sometimes when we're action oriented, we're like, just do it. And we click it and we're like, oh man, I should have checked the size. I have done that. Thankfully, I've checked the order. I'm like, let me just double check.
That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense. But before we get started on our Halloween special, we're going to get to it, everybody. Drum rolls. I just wanted to give a shout out to us. And I know it's going to sound really like proud, but I think this is a moment to celebrate. I re-listened to our last episode 173, Conquering Your Limiting Beliefs to Manifest your Dreams and Goals. I listened to it this morning, January, and it was so freaking good. And sometimes like throughout the whole thing, I kept thinking, I can't believe this is us. We're so good at this, because it was actually really inspiring. It was almost like I was hearing us talk to me this morning and tell me to stop doubting myself. And it's a message I needed to hear this morning. So if you guys haven't heard it, I just want to tell you guys, not just because it's our show, but it was really fucking good. Go check it out.
You know what? I will say this, that conversation just flowed so smoothly and so well. I actually don't remember what I said, but I remember feeling like, wow, this is so good. I really like this part, this conversation. And you know what? We all need to be our own cheerleaders. We really do. And so I'm, as I say this in my dinosaur costume, we need to do that. We need to put that hat on, okay? Just like I'm putting this dinosaur costume on. We have to change our hats all the time. And being a cheerleader is vital every day. It really is. Gosh, if you're like watching this show at this very moment, it looks really silly. So I hope
I'd watch this YouTube video. I'd watch this YouTube video just to watch you mess with your costume. That's how hilarious this is.
This costume is huge. I think it's like 8 feet tall or something. It's so big. And I'm little, 5 feet. So it's like an extra 3 feet tall. And people had no idea I was in this costume. Anyway, which I like.
Oh my God. Well, I'm so excited everybody's joined us. Today we're talking about our favorite pastime Halloween movies. January,
Yay!
what are some of your favorite? Actually, what is one of your top favorites?
Okay, so the one that I have to watch every Halloween is Hocus Pocus. So look, I don't like scary movies actually. I don't. When I watch X-Files, I jump. I jump when I watch X-Files. And anyway, my husband will laugh at me all the time because I will just have my covers up. I'm like, oh, did you see that? Oh, I have like one eye, open. I really don't like scary movies. But my favorite one that I will watch for Halloween is Hocus Pocus. And there's 3 of them. I think there's 3 of them now, right? Is it 3 or 2?
I thought there was 2, but now I'm kind of wondering, if you guys know, comments on this YouTube video or comments in when you leave us a review because we'd like to know. I'm pretty sure there's 2 though. So we got to find out.
Sure. Yeah, 2 for sure. So that's my favorite, and it's tradition. We have to watch it at least once during Halloween. What's your favorite, or do you have a traditional Halloween movie that you watch?
I don't have a traditional Halloween movie, but I do find it very funny that January, you said you don't like horror movies because I actually don't like them either. I don't want to be scared. Okay. That's not something I thrive to have in my life, but I do get in the Halloween spirit and like to watch movies. And I kind of stick to the more family oriented ones because they're not that scary and I can actually go to sleep at night and have just maybe a small little jump. But I will say one of my favorite movies is Gremlins. That's like scary enough. Okay. When I saw Gremlins, and you can watch Gremlins anytime between October and December. In fact, I'll watch it a few times. That's how good it is. Because Gizmo 1 is super freaking cute, but then his nemesis is really funky and he scares the crap out of me.
Okay, I love Gremlins. I love that we're talking about these old school movies. Because those are classics and they're always going to be legendary for us to watch, and our children are watching it too, which is awesome. I think another one, so a newer one that I like is called is Goosebumps. It's the newer Goosebumps. I think I messaged you, Helen. I'm like, I'm watching Goosebumps. I really like it. Anyway, Goosebumps, the new one, is awesome. I'm like, I got like hair like all over my face with my dinosaur hand. Okay, so Goosebumps. What I like about this new one is that each episode coincides with the last episode. So it's like a whole series that makes sense. Whereas the Goosebumps before, back in the day, it was just a series of different stories. So, but this Goosebumps was awesome. It actually jump scared me.
Is it the Goosebumps that's available on Disney right now?
I don't know if it's on Disney. I think it's on Netflix for sure. Yeah. So
is it a series, limited series, or an actual like movie?
So it's a series because I think there were 8 episodes. There were 8 episodes, and it was connected. Each of those stories were connected. So watch it. So that's another good one that I highly suggest you take a look at. If you don't like scary movies, but let me talk about the scary movie that I do kind of like, I guess. And it's the one with a scarecrow, Jeepers Creepers. Okay, look. That's probably the only one that I'll maybe watch, maybe because it just fascinates me. But even that is kind of scary. So Jeepers Creepers, I've watched. I think
January,
there's 3 of them.
Is your phone going off or is something going off? Because I'm hearing like notifications coming through, and I can already hear our audience saying right now, "Will you answer that or turn it off?"
Sorry, audience. I need to turn off my notifications. If you're a Mac user, show me how, because I have no idea. I tried to turn it off and it keeps on popping up in my damn screen. So please help me. That's a call for help. All right. Yes, that was my notification. It's like calendar, Facebook. I'm like, oh my gosh, when are you going to stop?
Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Okay. So I'm definitely going to have to check out Goosebumps. Okay, another one I was thinking of is Teen Witch. I love Teen Witch. I'm kind of obsessed with Teen Witch. I've been watching it since I was a kid, and I wanted to be like Teen Witch. I wanted to just wake up one day and be able to have all these magical powers and just get the guy of my dreams to fall in love with me, which I did. Hello, Rob. But I love Teen Witch.
Oh my gosh, when you posted that, I don't know which one, but you posted, I'm hot. Oh no, I'm hot, top that. I'm like, oh my gosh, Teen Witch. Yes. I watched that so many times. And Sam knows that I love that show. He actually bought it for me. So we have it. We have it. That and Monster Squad. But Teen Witch, I love Teen Witch. I would turn around in my chair thinking that I would change, you know. This was, of course, when I was younger. Like, and I would just like think about it. I'm like, okay, I'll have a really nice outfit and nice hair. But I do love Teen Witch. Oh, great ones. And Monster Squad. I love Monster Squad. Have you watched
Ooh.
Monster Squad?
I have not, but I probably have because it sounds really familiar. I just can't remember who's in it. Remind me.
Okay, so I really liked Monster Squad because of Ryan Lambert. Ryan Lambert was so handsome. I thought he was so cute back then. So it's about how monsters, so there's Frankenstein, Dracula, and all the other monsters are trying to take over the world. They've opened up this portal, and the kids, Monster Squad, are there to save the day, and they need a virgin in order to read the book that has the reverse spell. It's awesome. You've got to watch it. Monster Squad. 80s movies.
Okay, I will definitely check it out. One I was thinking of course, is Beetlejuice. It's definitely one of the best. And I hear they're coming out with a Beetlejuice 2. Have you heard that? They are. That's what I heard.
That's exciting because my children have watched Beetlejuice too. Well, Beetlejuice. So I'm excited that there's going to be a Beetlejuice too. I swear, all the movies in the 80s were so much better. That's how I feel. All
I
right,
agree.
so
I agree. There's some good ones there.
yeah, because I mean, what new ones do you like? Current Halloween movies that you like?
Ooh, I don't even know how to answer that because, okay, well, it's not really a Halloween movie. It's what I'm watching The House of Usher.
Yes.
Have you seen
I
that?
haven't watched it. No, but my
Okay.
sister told me to watch it.
Well, okay, so I belong to a Facebook group called Netflix Recommendations, of course, because I'm in like every single Facebook group there is. So Netflix Recommendations has people just posting about, obviously Netflix movies. And this one came up, The House of Usher came up as like 2 point something thousand people were like, I love it, I love it, I love it. It's a limited series. Well, I started watching it and I didn't love it, but I did not love it. I was kind of more like, I'm so confused. So I'm the type of person that will give it a try if there's a huge following around it. And I kept watching it, and I think I'm on the last episode right now, and I still don't know how it's supposed to wrap up, and I'm still really confused about it. But I'm hanging in there by a little tiny piece of poop, that little tiny piece of shit that hangs on the little like I'm that little piece of shit, just kind of like dangling. What do they call it? A dingle
Hopper, not just kidding. Dingleberry. It's a dingleberry.
I'm like a little dingleberry hanging on to The House of Usher. Trying to see if it works.
So is it scary? Explain to me what is it all about?
Okay, so it's about this guy, this guy and his sister, and they are a sibling pair who is, oh gosh, I don't want to do any spoiler alerts. Basically, it's about this guy and his bunch of children who start dying off one by one. But they all have a common thread on how they're dying. It's really demented, and there's a lot of porn scenes in it. And there's a lot of weird, twisted stuff. So if you are not that type of person to handle that, definitely don't watch it around your kids. But if you're interested in something that's got a weird twist to it, it's probably going to be a movie you might like. I don't know. So far, I'm hanging there and there. I'm not really sure, but we'll find out on this last episode.
I'm going to call you Dingleberry all week this week. Dingleberry. Did you finish
I don't know
your
if
joke?
that's a good thing to call somebody January. I'm just gonna here's January all sweet and kind. I'm just gonna call you Dingleberry for the rest of the week. No, girl.
But Dingleberry sounds so cute.
It's not cute.
Bullshit.
I don't even know why that came to my head when I said it. You know, it's one of those moments where you're like, why would I say that? Oh, I said it. It's too late to back out now. It's said.
All right, let's see. Top 5. I'm gonna list my top 5 movies that I like to watch. Okay, so it's Hocus Pocus. I like Halloween Town. I like Goosebumps, and I like let's see. There's 2 more. All right, come back to me. What are your top 5?
Okay, I'll try my best to name them on the top of my head. All right. Okay, we got Beetlejuice, Teen Witch, Gremlins, Lost Boys. Oh gosh, it was on the tip of my tongue. Vampire Diaries. Oh my gosh, the one with what's it? Brad Pitt, that one. So yeah, those would be my top 5.
Okay. So my top 5 was Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town. What was my number 3? Oh my gosh. See, I forgot my number 3 already. I do like Gremlins.
I think you said Goosebumps.
Goosebumps. Thank you. Goosebumps. I like X-Files. I know it's not Halloween, but I really do like X-Files. They freak me out. X-Files, and then Jeepers Creepers, but it's not really my favorite. It's just something that I'll watch. But yeah, those are Monster Squad. Those are my top 5 that I will watch for Halloween. And I know they're not even that scary, so don't laugh at me. My husband will probably say, I don't know, all the Freddy, the Nightmare on Elm Street ones, Jason. He watches a lot of scary movies. We were watching this one last week called The X, I think. And basically it's about these porn stars that went to a farm to create a porn video, and some crazy shit just happens at the farm. And so after I watched it, I'm like, what was the point? What was the point in that? It was definitely scary and gory, but I was like what? I don't understand.
Okay, so last night, have you ever seen those videos on TikTok or YouTube where they're like little reels and it's something in the nighttime, but you could barely see it, and it causes you to look more into the video. You're like, whoa, what is that? What is that? And you're kind of really intensely looking to figure out what it is in the video. And then all of a sudden something pops up and scares the shit out of you. Okay, Rob did that to me last night. He was like, hey, look at this. And it was a video with a deer, but it was shadowy. Like I really couldn't tell what it was, but I was like, I'm pretty sure that's a deer. And I was like, what am I looking at? And he was like, you don't see it? And I started looking more closer, and this scary ass face just jumped up and went, "Arr!" Well, it was much more scarier than that. And I kid you not, January, I jumped and I almost started crying. I was so pissed. I was so pissed because he did it right before I went to sleep. And one of the things about me is I'm really careful what I watch before I go to bed, because I am the type of person that will have nightmares or dream about whatever is the last thing I saw. And I was like, how could you do this to me? And he's laughing his ass off. And normally I'd be laughing with him, but this was one of those things where I'm like, oh my God, that's going to stick with me all night. I'm going to be scared to get up and go to the bathroom. Like, that's the type of person I am.
I am the same way, Helen. No kid. Like I like to watch positive, happy things before I go to bed. So when I do watch something like that, because Sam has done that before, I'm like, okay, now I gotta decompress and watch something that's gonna make me feel like all happy and sunshine and rainbows again, because I am the same way. Like whatever I put in my brain right before I sleep, it's like it needs to be like sunshine and rainbows. Otherwise, if I have something scary, then I'll be freaked out and I'm gonna have a nightmare, and I just don't want to have that. So I feel you, girl. I feel you. But
Yep. Go ahead.
so with that said, sorry, I'm gonna have to cut this one short because happy Halloween. I hope you all
Yes.
have a great, safe Halloween, and your children get a lot of candy that they don't eat. But like my children, we just get bags and bags of candy that we don't eat, and it just sits there for a year. But it's just the fun of getting it, which I'm glad that they don't eat because hello, cavities. So happy Halloween. My name's January Liddell. You can find me januaryliddell.com or VIP Finance Builders. Seriously, I am actually a serious person, but I'm a person too. I'm human, so I have fun. I'm all about and finance. All right, so VIP Finance Builders on Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn, January Liddell. Helen, where can we find you?
Oh my God, your costume is cracking me up. Okay. Thank you everybody for watching Sexy Freedom Media podcast. We'd love to hear your thoughts, questions. If you have reviews, we'd like to hear them on iTunes and or a 5-star or any star rating on Spotify. You can find me on Hell of a Journey, Sexy Freedom Media, or TikTok Hell of a Journey 1. I'm watching January struggle with her dinosaur costume. Okay. Also, you can get my book, your copy of Nothing Sexier Than Freedom, available on Amazon and Audible. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Have a wonderful Halloween. Ahiya.
Aloha.
Want to hear more?
Visit us at SexyFreedomMedia.com.